This is the DNVR Broncos pregame show presented by our friends at Coors Light. A lot of people out here drinking Coors Lights today. I have a feeling there are going to be a lot of Coors Lights in there in the stadium.
Have you guys ever chugged a Coors Light on live?
I have, but I want to enjoy this one. First one of the day. I might shotgun one if we win.
Okay.
Win, we win.
Post-game show shotguns.
There we go.
Wow.
I like it. I'm Henry Chisholm. We got RK, of course, Super Bowl 50 champion Bennie Fowler. It's a good day. I'm so excited for this game. I'm curious, what do you guys think the big storylines are here?
First of all, what a day for football.
It's beautiful.
In Denver, Colorado, man. This is what it's all about. It's December. We're in T-shirts. Well, I'm in a T-shirt.
Yeah, I should be.
I mean, the big storyline for me today is it's the first game of the playoffs. Ooh. Now, it doesn't count like it is, but it feels like it is. This is your first chance to really test yourself and feel if you're ready for the level of football that is going to be played in the playoffs. Both teams really want this one, and so to me, it's like you're getting an opportunity here to have kind of a 4-game stretch that prepares you for what you're up against, and this is the first one.
Yeah, I 1,000% agree with RK. I think I haven't felt this type of energy outside of the stadium, and definitely what we will see inside of the stadium since the AFC Championship game in 2015. So I think that's the type of level and atmosphere that you will see today. I think Broncos country will be extremely loud, and I'm actually the coin toss captain today for the game.
Really?
So let's go. So I'm going to be out there for the coin toss, so I'm super excited about it. I woke up super early. I haven't felt like this, in a long time, so I'm super excited about it.
Are you calling the coin toss?
No, I won't call it. I wish.
What would you
the
call
players.
if you did?
Heads.
Okay.
Oh, heads.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. That's what I've always done. The 3 or 4 times that I've actually gone out there. Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
So it's going to be super excited to be on the field today.
Yeah. We will not be on the field. So you brought up, it feels like a playoff game, which I totally agree. It is important, though. It may not be as important as a playoff game, but when you look around, I mean, you're tied with the Patriots right now.
Yeah,
you've got to have the same record.
Exactly. The Bills.
They're up 21-0. They're running the Bills.
They're up 21-0?
Yeah. Bills can't keep up. These are two teams on two different levels.
Wow.
You got to keep winning these games. I mean, you look at the Chargers, too. They're down to the Chiefs. But if the Chargers were to have a better record than you, the Broncos, in the next 3 games, that Week 18 game against the Chargers is the AFC West championship game. Like, all these things are coming down to the wire here, and the Broncos need to keep winning games. So even though, this isn't lose and you go home type of game, this is a game that you need to get.
1,000%. You need to get this game. Also, this could be, and shout out to RK Shirt, this could be a potential Super Bowl preview. Mm-hmm. 2 great teams, 2 great offensive coordinators in Matt LeFleur and Sean Payton, people who know how to dial up plays. Right. The Packers definitely have to continue to win as well. So it's must win on both sides. They have to continue to win so they can keep their lead in the division. So this is that type of atmosphere that you want. Last year the Broncos got into the playoffs and they weren't ready for that going to Buffalo to win that game. But now there's no substitute for experience, and I think this Broncos team has to continue to win. And I love the importance of this game, and then the games for the rest of the regular season.
Yeah, if you do see a Packers fan around here, make sure you do remind them about Super Bowl 32.
Yeah. Yeah. Watch those highlights again last night.
Oh, man. What a
game. So good. Yeah. What a game. Any other big storylines before we move along?
You got one? Other than the game being important?
It's always R.J. Harvey to me. Okay. Because when you zoom out to the macro level, the way that the Broncos actually make a run to the Super Bowl is getting like B-plus play from the passing game and B-plus play from the run game. Like, I don't look at either one of those groups and say, like, they're going to be so good that they can just kind of carry the offense. And I think you got to find some sort of balance. And I feel good about what we've seen the past few weeks from the passing game. But the run game needs to kind of kick it up a notch.
I would say, of anyone I've talked to this week, you're one of the biggest Packers respecters.
Interesting, okay.
So my question to you is, like, if the Broncos were to win this game, can they level up in your eyes?
Maybe not in my eyes. I mean, I think they're a good team. I think they've got as good a shot as anybody. Like, I think you look at the Broncos, you look at the Patriots, and that might be the list of teams that are ready to go win the AFC this year. And so I don't know that there is another tier to me for winning this game, but I think nationally there's absolutely a tier. Because I think all the complaints about the Broncos from the national media has been, well, you don't beat anybody good, or when you do win, it comes down to the final seconds and you're getting lucky.
Which is okay. I mean, the national media, that's just their whole thing because they haven't really watched the Broncos this year. I would say my storyline is the battle of the 10s. Number 10 for Green Bay, number 10 for Denver. You know, it's the battle between these two guys. I think, you know, both young quarterbacks early on in their career. Jordan Love has had some playoff experience and has played really well in playoff games before. Sometimes has some inconsistency, but can make all of the throws and has learned from the great Aaron Rodgers. And then you have Bo Nix, you know. Can he continue to progress and level up? RK talked about maybe 4 to 6 weeks ago, about Bo just playing a tier better. And these last couple of weeks, Bo has played a tier better. The Packers play a ton of zone. So I want to see Bo's patience today. I want to see the way he delivers the ball. And I also want to see Sean Payton help him out a lot. And this is now entering the part of the season where you can't be afraid to run Bo. You have to have quarterback runs. Yeah, I mean, for the rest of the season.
Yep.
Don't be afraid. We're not playing to. We're not playing scared. We're playing to win. So quarterback runs, whatever it takes. These are things that you now need to put on tape to keep defenses off balance.
I'll throw one more in there.
Okay.
How do the Broncos attack this Packers offense? Because it's a man-heavy defense versus a man-beating offense. Are the Broncos going to say, we don't care? We're better at what we do than you are at what you do? Or is Vance Joseph going to, mix it up and throw in more zone?
Yeah, no, I'm curious, and I think you kind of have to go back to the fundamentals and just say we are better than you across the board. I'm friends with.
That's going to be a good thing to see, though. It's how does Vance really adjust to Matt LeFleur? Because Matt LeFleur can dial up plays, and now, don't get me wrong, they don't have a Cortland Sutton on their side in terms of who is their go-to guy. They spread the ball around to literally everyone. You know, Watson, Jaden Reed, Dobson, and then you got Josh Jacobs, who's probably going to play today. Tucker Kraft has gone away, but I'm curious to see how Vance is going to adapt and adjust in this game plan. If it doesn't work in the first quarter, do you adapt and adjust, and what are you able to change to?
To me, it goes beyond, like, you play man to you might even just be playing cover 0 out there. Like, more than ever, like, cover, because, like, if you are actually a defense that's worthy of being called one of the best defenses in the NFL, and you're built off the second, I mean, I had a friend, Packer fan, tell me Christian Watson's going to cook Pat Surtain today. It's like, well, obviously that's not true. You put Pat on Christian, there's nothing to worry about. Fair enough. You have
there is something to worry about, but Pat will win 90% of the matchups. Exactly. But Christian Watson's got crazy speed.
No, he's good. He's good. Pat's got it. If you look at Romeo Doubs and Jaden Reed, if this secondary is actually this good, then Riley Moss and Jaquan McMillan can go out there and battle with those guys. You know, like, you should not be scared of any of those matchups. In fact, you should expect to win.
That's 50-50, though, because Jaden Reed can play.
I know.
Young Michigan State guy.
But
Dobson can play, too. Both of those guys can run routes with the best of them. So it is going to be interesting to see the back and forth between those two. Obviously, their game plan is going to be to attack Riley's side. The question is, what matchups do they actually want over there?
Right. If your cornerback 2, though, as the Denver Broncos defense that we've been talking about, cannot handle a mid-tier wide receiver 2, then you are not the defense we've been talking. You know, like, this should be just fine. Like, this secondary should be just fine. You should not be scared in any way playing man. Maybe, like, constant cover 0 is a bit much, but you throw cover 1 out there.
You can't play cover 0 against them.
The key is just to not let Jordan Love extend plays. Like, the key is you got to get home quickly.
Not worried about Josh Jacobs at all?
Josh Jacobs is playing. We can transition here into some of these game notes. So Josh Jacobs, the big note, he is playing. Emmanuel Wilson, their number 2 running back, who has about the same efficiency, all that sort of stuff, got sick yesterday. He is now questionable.
Got that Broncos flu?
The Broncos flu.
that mile-high flu.
I love it. That changes the game, though, if Josh Jacobs is out there.
Yeah, I think so, for sure. I mean, dynamic runner, somebody who runs hard in between the tackles, somebody who knows this division and knows this division well and has played in this division when he was playing with this time or having his time with the Raiders. So he brings another element to their offense, and if they do get positive runs, then you got to watch out for the play action fake. But I'm curious to see how they load up against the run. Is DJ playing?
DJ is playing. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean that's going to be great to just have him back and have that force with him and Roach and the rest of the guys in the middle. But you got to be able to stop the run. If you can stop the run on early downs with this team, that takes away their play action fake, which is what Matt LeFleur wants to lean on.
Absolutely. On the Broncos side, things are a little bit more bleak. No Pat Bryant. Still no Ben Powers. He was back at practice.
I don't
Should
like
be coming
that,
back
no Pat
soon.
Bryant.
I know you don't. Let's stop there then.
Yeah, I don't like the no Pat Bryant just because he, over the last 3 weeks, has been playing more than Troy Franklin, more snaps than Troy Franklin. He has become a great target for Bo Nix, somebody that can catch and run through the ball, somebody who has really helped the intermediate passing game. So I don't like the fact that he's not out there. And then also his willingness to run block. And these safeties are really active, so you're going to miss Pat Bryant not only in the pass game, but I also think in the run game as well.
It's kind of an early legacy game for Troy Franklin. Because you're starting, like you said, to see some of your playing time get taken away by another guy. Now he's out, and it's kind of like, okay, your opportunity here to show why they shouldn't take you off the field. He's going to be open. He's almost always open.
Yeah.
Got to make plays, and got to catch the ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mile High Marv.
There we go. I like that one.
Big game.
With Pat Bryant being out, how does he step up into the passing game? And now this forces Sean to actually, insert him more into the play action game, the play pass game.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's time to get him going. We saw what he did last December, putting up 75 yards a game, more than a touchdown a game, all that sort of stuff. I think that punt return touchdown can be a spark. And when you're figuring out what you do with all the snaps you gave to Pat Bryant, I think this is where, yes, Marvin can come and contribute and be useful in this game, but I think establishing the deep ball is really important. Like over the course of this next month, to scare teams deep, whether it's to Troy, whether it's to Marvin. If you go into the playoffs, or Cortland, yes, he's capable as well. If you go into the playoffs with teams thinking we are scared of what they can do down the field, then all of a sudden you start to see more of those soft zone coverages. And that's what Bo is really good against, is when you get soft coverage, he can carve you up underneath. That's what the Raiders did a couple weeks ago. I think that putting Marvin on the field allows you the opportunity to kind of change that narrative and make teams think a little bit more about pressing you up at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we're going to see. We're going to see how Sean dials things up, but I think this is going to be not his best, but I would say this is where Sean really starts to get in his bag. Later on in the season, games really matter. How does he open things up and how does he draw things up? And I think you're going to continue to see that, or you're about to see it even more, I think, hopefully to another level these next 4 weeks and into the playoffs.
Yep. And then the final Broncos injury update, not a good one. Mike McGlinchey, practiced Wednesday, practiced Thursday, did not practice Friday out of nowhere with a shoulder injury. They list him as questionable. I haven't seen any updates on whether he's playing or not, but there's a reason you give that guy almost $20 million a year to be your right tackle.
Yeah. I said this to Zach yesterday. I said that's a Toradol injury. He's playing.
Oh, okay. There we go.
I mean, for sure. And then also I believe, if McGlinchey were to be a little hampered out there or not play at all, you have one of the best quarterbacks who doesn't get sacked in terms of extending plays and keeping plays alive. I think Bo has just a unique ability to not take sacks. So don't get me wrong, I want McGlinchey out there. But if he's not out there, you have a quarterback who's very capable of extending the play and getting out of bad situations.
Did you see that bullshit from Adam Schefter today?
Oh, I did. It's in the notes. Yeah, it's right there.
Nasty work.
Yep.
Out of nowhere, Adam Schefter just posts, it's been 330 snaps of Micah Parsons since the last time he got a holding call.
It's something people are fussy about. They never get.
Why would he say that?
He's just setting us up.
Yeah,
setting us up. He's manipulating the refs. Adam Schefter, supposed to be a man of character.
No, he went to Michigan. He went to Michigan.
That's the tip of the iceberg.
He's manipulating the officials. Insane.
Hopefully the refs aren't on Twitter. But yeah, I mean, that is one of the things I had in the notes because it's become the storyline every week. Will they finally call the hold against Micah Parsons? It'll be interesting to see what the plan is for him because they move him around. They'll rush him up in A-gaps. They'll do all sorts of different stuff.
You got to identify him everywhere he is, everywhere he goes. Not only the offensive line and Bo, but the running back as well as the receiver should know exactly where he is. I would expect the Broncos to do a lot of toss, and if he is lined up there, you have these down and around blocks where you are tossing and the receiver is tracking him, and then also rib shots to this guy.
Yes.
I mean, this is these are games where a person like myself would be at the point of the bunch and chipping guys like Jamie Collins from the Patriots or Justin Tuck when he was playing with the Raiders. This is the type of game where you do want to Pat Bryant at the point of the bunch and cracking these guys or chipping, a lot of Dorito calls, a lot of Frito calls, chip. So that's what you're looking for.
I would love to just see Adam Prentice lined up in pass pro and just take a beeline at him. First play of the game.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do that. I mean, not necessarily Prentice, but if they just start running at him.
Yeah.
You find ways to run at him and keep him honest throughout the entire game.
All right, before we move on, want to give a shout-out to our friends over at Aura Frames. I know that there are a bunch of us who have not started their Christmas shopping. Ooh, here's a little scoop for you. Riley Moss has not started his Christmas shopping.
Okay.
Also is not concerned about
Does
it.
he know about Aura Frames?
I should have told. I'll tell him.
Does he have a significant other?
I didn't think so, but that's a good question because that would explain away the patience.
Yeah,
Yeah?
for sure.
Right. But if you are like many of us who have not started your Christmas shopping yet, Aura Frames is the way to go. Everybody loves it. Essentially, it's just a picture frame. You can hang it on the wall. You can put it on a counter, wherever it may be, on a desk. And it'll just have electronically changing pictures that you upload. So if I got one for my mom, for example, I can just download the app, change the pictures in there. They'll just slide right through, videos on there.
How big are the frames?
Glad you asked. They have all sorts of different sizes. Whether you're looking for something small, you're looking for something big.
I'm about to get a couple.
No,
you
they
should.
are the best
They're
gifts.
sick.
They are the best gifts.
Layup gift.
Layup.
I'm going to gift it to myself, though.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
just
really?
put up family pictures in the home.
Will you let me control your pictures?
No.
See, because that's what I was thinking. Is like,
Do you know
if
access to
we
my
had-
iCloud?
we need to have one on the set back at the studio where everybody just has access, and we can all just upload whatever photos we want.
Nice.
I like that.
Now let's kinda
We should
scroll.
have a segment,
You should
or like an Aura Frame segment
Ooh.
of pictures from this weekend.
Oh, there we go. That's a good idea.
You should have one that's family pictures and one that's just pictures of you playing. Just going in your house for your whole family to see.
I'd love that. I don't know if my wife would.
Exactly.
For a limited time, you can save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames. They're named #1 by Wirecutter by using the promo code DNVR at checkout. That's AURAFrames.com, promo code DNVR. This deal is exclusive to listeners, and frames sell out fast, so order yours now to get it in time for the holidays. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. All right. Back in the DNVR Broncos pregame show presented by Coors Light.
Really quick, if you're not here in Denver today and you're wondering, what's the weather like, it's hot out.
Yeah, 65.
It is. The sun is bad.
It's not just like, a nice day for the winter. No. It is hot. We're sweating up here.
Too many dark clothes.
I made a mistake. I'm going to actually go buy a Bo Nix t-shirt after this.
Those are sick.
Yeah, I'm going to go buy one because I have too many layers on for this game.
No, it's crazy. And then, you look at Chicago, minus 20 wind chill. In here, it's just 60 degrees. What'd I say? Sun always shines during a Denver Broncos win streak. We've altered the entire climate of the state because the Broncos won't lose.
I don't think the Packers are going to be ready for this.
I don't either.
They're used to the cold. They want to be up there,
Sure.
I want to go back to Micah Parsons real quick because I'm curious. Is there a world in which you give him too much attention? I think one of the things, I can't remember if it was Sean or if it was Joe Lombardi, the offensive coordinator, said this week was that you want to lock in on him, but you don't want that to define the game. You don't want to spend your entire week just thinking, how do we stop him? How do we stop him? Because sometimes you just need to kind of let your guys go to work and open things up and spend your creativity thinking elsewhere.
Yeah, I believe that. And, just being in this offense and playing in this offense and playing against incredible pass rushers and how Sean thinks about him, you still have to identify him every single time. So when Sean goes into a game plan meeting on a Wednesday and how he presents this and how he will present the Packers as their game plan and then also their defense, Michael Parsons will be in blue. He has a star by him. He is what we would call a game wrecker.
A blue star.
Yeah.
Huh.
So
that looks so
I don't know
unfamiliar
what,
next to Michael Parsons. Cowboys joke.
He'll have the blue star by him, and he will be under that list game wrecker. So he's somebody that you have to always be aware of every single time you're on the field. But, yes, I don't think that it will dictate Sean's play calling. I think Sean knows how to go against incredible pass rushers. This is somebody who has an incredible history, not only coaching against guys like Lawrence Taylor, but also guys like, Aaron Donald or even our Broncos teams with Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware. So he knows how to call plays against incredible pass rushers and pass rushers who are all on Hall of Fame trajectory. So I expect him to keep things off balance. I expect him to always know where he's at and alert where number one is on the field. But I don't expect them to we have to run away from him or we have to go away from him. Similar to what the Packers might do. They have to go away from Pat Surtain. I don't see anybody on this Packers defense where you're not going to go away from him. If anything, you would attack a guy like that.
Right. Interesting. Do you think that you focus more on a run game, you focus more on a pass game, maybe not just Micah Parsons himself, but this defense as a whole, and just knowing the stakes? Is this a game where you focus on the ball control, or what's the game plan here to beat this defense?
Yeah, I would say keep them off the field, but yeah, what would you do to stop, or how would you try to negate a Nick Bonito and a Jonathan Cooper? A quick passing game and running the ball. And I think that's exactly what we'll do against this Packers defense. You have to run the ball, establish the run. I think it was good to see Sean do that last week with R.J. Harvey and just establishing the run and playing the time of possession game, because that's what a lot of the playoff games come down to, is time of possession and establishing and controlling the line of scrimmage.
Sorry in advance to the fans that hate screens.
Yeah.
They're going to be out there today.
Yeah, they will.
They're going to be out there today.
I like the screens.
Everyone likes them when they work, and everyone hates them when they don't.
Right. And sometimes when they work, they can really work. They bust out for big plays that you can't find elsewhere. The national narrative, of course, is that the Packers are ready to win a Super Bowl. The Broncos aren't quite there yet. We touched on this before, but do you think the Broncos feel that this is a prove-it game, or can this be a prove-it game where if you go out there and just beat these guys by 20 that you get to move on, and all of a sudden everybody's all in and realizes the Broncos are a good team that can go beat anybody?
I think they're so far past that.
Really?
I think they're only focused on their goals. Mm-hmm. And everything is just an obstacle in the way of their goals. I don't really think they're thinking about narratives. I think they left that 6 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And now it's just let's find a way to win, let's do our thing, and let's go out there and do it. I really don't think it's we got to prove to someone or something that we can win this, or we're home underdogs and we got to prove to the world that that's disrespectful. I really just think it's about us.
Yeah, I don't think the Broncos are focused on the national media or trying to prove anything to anyone. I agree with RK. I think after that Kansas City win and winning a close game like that and then going into your bye week, you're done trying to prove things. You know that you are here. You know that you've arrived. You know that you're 11-2. You're the number one team, number one seed in the AFC, and that's exactly how they're approaching things now, with that confidence, that ability, and that vision to go win the rest of the regular season and then on into the playoffs. So I don't think if Club Dub will be excited after this game, but it also be oh yeah, we knew we were better than them.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, they do think they're better.
I think once you prove something to yourself, you stop caring about proving it to anyone else. And I think that they believe in them. And so they're not
Do you have
worried.
a moment in your life that you could bring that up?
Ooh, let's see. Not necessarily.
Do you, Benny?
Yeah. When I made the team here.
Okay.
When I made the team after my practice squad year, making the team here, it no longer mattered what the draft analyst said or what my draft profile said. I'm playing with the best team and the best quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I don't have to prove anything to anybody else.
Interesting.
I just go back to the Coach Prime quote. What about me suggests that I would care about your opinion of me?
Right.
And that's because
it's such a great human dynamic, though.
Yeah.
Keep going.
No, it's just once you believe in yourself, it just doesn't matter.
Right. And they totally do there. It's being in that locker room every day. It is very different than it was Russell Wilson year or even last year. There was a time, I want to say it was Sean's first year here, so 2 years ago, when all of a sudden the hot water just disappeared from the showers. And maybe it's a coincidence, or maybe it was because they had just lost to the Raiders right before, and Sean was upset about the way things are going, and so next thing you know, there's no hot water in the building.
Wow.
And so there's some of those sorts of things where the vibes change, or I think it was the Russell Wilson season where they got the TVs taken away. There are TVs all around the inside of the locker room showing ESPN, NFL Network, whatever it may be, and those disappeared after a couple game losing streak. But there hasn't been anything like that. Everybody's just happy. They're having fun.
Everybody's happy, but from people that I know inside that building, there's still eggshells that people are walking around because now things are just heightened. But one of my favorite Sean Payton quotes that maybe came from this year that I will continue to live my life by, that's written down in my notes, is confidence comes through demonstrated ability. And this team has already demonstrated that they can beat people. So in any time, any form or fashion, on the road or at home, in overtime or not,
Right, and I think that circles back to all the young guys on the team. Because that's what Sean brings up every time. Is like, how does a young player get better? Well, he goes and he does something, and he knows what it feels like to do that thing and to do it well. And now that's something that he can do moving forward. And maybe pick something else. So whether it's R.J. Harvey feeling like he's seeing things well in the middle, whether it's getting Marvin Mims going on these deep balls, which, again, talking to him this week, he knows what he's capable of. He knows what he's done for the Broncos before. As he said, I've made some remarkable plays for this team in the past. The opportunities will come when the opportunities come. I'm not worried about it. Like, maybe this is a time where you kind of get that going and have him realize, like, okay, maybe this is a Marvin Mims passing game here for a couple weeks.
Maybe it is, maybe it's not. But if they win the game, it doesn't really matter. I don't think if Marvin doesn't have a big game today and they still win, there's no questions. Because Marvin, he might not have a big game until the divisional round or the AFC Championship, but then, he explodes for that type of game. No different than Owen Daniels scores 2 touchdowns against the Patriots in the AFC Championship game. And, he always looked like he was running in mud.
He did.
And OD gets open and makes plays, so it doesn't really matter.
All right, before we hit our bets, real quick, key to the game.
Turnovers.
Okay. See, that's classic.
One way or the other. One way or the other, turnover is going to decide this game.
To me, third downs. Third down efficiency. If the Broncos are 7 for 12, 8 for 12, 12 for 15 on third downs, they win the game.
What do you got?
Go Garrett Bowles.
Wow.
Go up against Micah Parsons so much.
A player. One player.
I think key to the game is Garrett Bowles. Great game against Micah Parsons. And if that happens, then all of a sudden there are just so many paths toward the Broncos winning this game.
Wow.
I'm going. You can go offensive line as a whole, but I think in particular this is Garrett Bowles' legacy game.
If Mike McGlinchey is banged up, he won't be on. Michael Parsons will not be on that side.
We'll see.
They will put him on the other side.
We'll see. We'll go back and count.
Maybe that it was all a trap. They like that matchup better, so they tricked him into thinking he's hurt.
Interesting. All right, some bets before we get out of here, courtesy of Bet365. That's where we make all of our pregame picks. If you want, you can head over there. Use the code DNVR365. You deposit $5, place a bet, or sorry, deposit $10, place a bet for $5. Get $150 in bonus bets. Here's what I've got cooked up for the day. Christian Watson, under 54.5 receiving yards, minus 110. I think that this is a game where you just put Pat on him and
take him out of the game.
We'll check in with him after the game's over.
Okay.
Hear from him again then.
That's going to be interesting. They're going to be taking Christian Watson across the field. That's a hard thing to cover.
True.
He's not.
He's fast.
It's not just go routes. I mean, it's these deep over 18 to 22-yard routes where it's not necessarily Pat's coverage that's questioning. It's just the fact that they're running across the field.
Right. 3 Broncos sacks. Plus 130. Easy old plus juice.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Strip sack coming today.
Then finally, I'm going 100 rushing receiving yards from R.J. Harvey at plus 320.
Wow.
He did it last week. I think that this is just a game plan that's kind of built for him. I think they're going to want to run the ball. I think, like you said, could be a big screen game. He's obviously going to be a factor there. I think you could even get less touches last week and just be a little more efficient, and it might work out pretty well for him.
So over 100 scrimmage yards.
Scrimmage yards.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
I love that. And I would love to see us get a little bit deeper into the bag of running back screens. We love the wide receiver screens.
We do. Tight end screen? Evan Ingram?
Yeah. Sign me up.
I'd love to see just a catch and run for 60 today.
Yeah. It'd be really nice. All right, that's going to do it for the pregame show. For all of you watching at home, we will be live for watch-along the entire game. So come hang out with us. Then we have the post-game show afterward with Benny coming back from being the pregame captain. And it should be a good time. So we'll be live all day. Keep hanging out with us, and we'll see you guys in a minute.
God bless Bo Nix.
We all silly like the mayor.